Hello and welcome, I'm Mystical, this is Mystical. Jumping into Watch Your Realms. Now the devs have just dropped their latest dev insights for today, so we thought we're going to have a quick look at that. There's some interesting stuff in here, some very honest stuff, which is quite good news and quite refreshing to see. A little transparency, which is quite always nice, whether you like it or not, at least it's honest. And there's some disappointing news. So let's jump into the disappointing stuff to start with. Just straight off the bat. Who knows, we might get an answer next month, or next time round. So we put this in asking for an update on where the buffs were for previously mentioned lords, and we haven't got an answer on it, so that's a little bit disappointing, but there we go. Don't get everything we want, and they've only got a certain amount of time to get through everyone's questions. So let's jump in. Question 1. Can we have the Nisal Invocation of Spirits, but for ancient summoning crystals? I've been trying to get Yermit for over a year now, and then someone else has put in the same thing, so they've lumped them together. Can we have Nisal Summoning for blue and gold shards? How about we get them the banner for the red shards on special occasions like anniversaries, Christmas, etc.? Nice idea, because the anniversary is just around the corner. Thanks for your feedback. We'll consider introducing similar mechanics to the rate up ancient summoning banners in the future. Please stay tuned for our in-game news and in-game notice centre. The latest news about summoning banners. There you go. So nothing really about it there. Nice idea. Whether they choose to do anything about it, that's another matter altogether. There we go. Right, it's been getting worse every season. GVG is one of the game areas that has so many endgame players going, and you've just completely killed the balance with the overpowered demon soldiers and overly restricted defense placements. I've suggested over and over again to reach out to the top players and ask them to help with testing, but you don't seem to care about GVG. Commander B, GVG is broken. Now defenses are impossible because of imbalance of demons and maps modes, in particular at the beginning, but you had to keep milking it until it dried up. There we go. So thanks for your feedback. We have received many suggestions about demon soldiers, and I'm very sure they have. There will be adjustments made to the corresponding demon soldiers in the upcoming versions. In the meantime, the restrictions in the maps will be lifted to give players more room to perform. So we'll see about the maps in season 10, but then everyone's going to complain that it's just an Ingrid map. But maybe with the new heroes it won't be so much. Now this is the mystery demon chest. It pops up now in the Forerunner server, and you get it from gear raids, you get it from winning, that sort of stuff. However, the further on you get and the more you win at the end of the season, then you'll get a load of them as well. So you can see top end overlord are getting 24, whereas if you're right down in the bottom in bronze, you're getting 5 at the end of the season. So if you're in the top end of it, you'll get loads more demon soldiers and all the new ones. If you're in the bottom end, you won't have any chance of competing with them. So there you go. 400 scrolls ancient summonings got me 2 twin fiends as lords. It's always a nightmare when you get your lords like that. Valkyria, Valiant Cerberus. See what I'm trying to say? These are monsters that I can get from blue. It says scrolls, but he means shards, doesn't he? Let's be honest here. Now I've lost 400 shards pulling these heroes. Also didn't get a legendary soul stone for almost a year now from the Drake's Chasm. Yeah, I clear nightmare 3-4 bosses daily, 250k blood. I remove the heroes from ancient banners, and we get on with our blue summonings. This has been mentioned lots of times. Maybe listen for once. This game games one survival, otherwise won't survive. Otherwise, I presume that is. Thanks for suggesting. We have received much feedback on ancient summoning banners. We are having internal discussions about the direction of improvements for ancient summoning banners. So maybe they will. Maybe they'll also add a pity system in for legendaries, because there isn't one at the moment. But they don't address the soulstone issue. The soulstone they've addressed before. They've always said they're not going to add a pity system to it. It's just luck. There you go. That's what it comes down to, and it's terrible, to be honest. If you play more often, you have a chance of getting it, but I would have thought they would reward their players who log in every day and keep the game running every day, but apparently that is not necessarily the case. Thanks very much for the new content. It looks like new levels of faction trials have been forgotten about, though. We have new levels for the Exoterians and Watchers, but no additional levels for other factions. This is still being worked on. Thanks for your feedback. We'll gradually release the expansion for the remaining factions in the second half of this year. So the remaining factions second half of this year. So hopefully that will be all of them. Due to shifting of our work priority, this is the first half of the year. Some of the faction stages got delayed. We will work harder on the second half of this year to make up for the delayed content. It doesn't really bother me, but It's a shame the player has to ask to get the answer and you didn't push this information out. It would have made much more sense if you just pushed the information out to apologise, to say, sorry, we are working on this instead. Can you be more specific when you declare rerunning limited banners already being scheduled? Currently being scheduled was the answer that you gave a lot. Could you also mean banners already scheduled but initiate after 5 years later? Thanks for your feedback. We're introducing the free choice exclusive banner. That one's been released here. So during the anniversary event, that is the 31st. So that will be coming then through to the 4th. So the end of the month, then they're releasing it for the second banner. You can pick your own. So whatever one you want will be pickable. Players select off the previous introduced exclusive heroes, excluding the new exclusive hero, Moradin, so you can't pick him on one and then get him a one on the next or 2 weeks later. To participate in this event, please stay tuned to our game news and in-game notice centre for detailed event info. So that would be limited, but they have mentioned to be every 6 to 8 weeks they'd be running a limited one, so we'll keep a track on that and see if it does actually happen. Would be nice if they did. I think it would be a good thing because there are a lot of limited heroes, but you're going to have to do either this event or events like it as you keep adding more limited heroes. Please can we get some new achievements added to the game. There have been so much new content added but no related achievements. Completing certain floors on Tower of Deception, later stages in the campaign, high gear raid levels can be tied into new achievements. Thank you for your feedback. We arrange a big batch of new achievements and they will be gradually implemented in the upcoming versions. So more achievements coming. I'd like to see loads of achievements. I tell you, one of the best things I ever saw really was in Warcraft years ago. You could have titles and you put a title up as well that you got, and some of them were quite weird and wonderful to collect and quite rare and that sort of thing, but I really liked it. But you know, there you go. In addition to the questions above concerning the changes to the summoning system, will the Mr. Banner units be remembered or is it exclusive to that rate up? Can you please clarify if the rate increase is multiplicative as you stated in the announcement? A 15% rate up multiplied by 10 equals 100% guaranteed. I'm assuming you intended to make it additive, sorry, so the rate up will increase by 10 times and not multiply by 10. Thanks for your feedback. The new pity system mechanism only applies to the current single banner, so it's only that banner. Different banners have their own pity timers being separately calculated. Our rate up mechanism uses multiplicative, so it is multiplicative. There you go. It increases the chance of the rate up hero appearing among other heroes of the same rarity. And this is a spiel they've put down with the latest one is about the rate up system. Okay, thank you for changing the conditions for completing the tower. It feels more engaging now. However, I cannot agree with the modifiers that nerf certain factions. Instead, it would be better to see buffs applied to other factions or a combination of both approaches. For example, nerf Watchguard but simultaneously buff the Nightmare unit. Currently the situation is that those who were strong enough to have cleared the tower floor even with nerfs, while those who are struggling before now get stuck. Please reconsider your approach to such modifiers in the future. I've just grabbed this one here. These are the sort of modifiers they put in there, or they're putting on this time round on the Forerunner, but we're only at stage 5 at the moment when this goes live. Thanks for your suggestion. Our initial hope of changing the condition is to see players beating the stages with various strategies, allowing different heroes to have their own time to shine during the rotation. However, it indeed causes imbalance to the difficulty. We will tread lightly when designing this particular feature. Conditions will soon be updated to improve as part of the content. In the meantime, we will routinely rotate the conditions, and if you're unable to beat the conditions this time round, you may next rotation and try to beat it again. Thanks for your suggestion. Well, I mean, yeah, give everyone Lady 8 and make it a lot easier, won't it? That would be a start, but apparently not. There we are. Okay, first off, thank you so much for adding the GVG sandbox. It is an incredible helpful for limited testing of my GVG comps, and I've already spent several hours fine-tuning teams. I'm sure a lot of people have. It is absolutely brilliant. Well done. That said, I'd like to suggest one small but meaningful quality of life improvement. Please combine the edit and fight options into the same screen. Unnecessary back and forth when you're trying to make quick changes and tweaks, trying to see immediate results. If both options could be available in a single menu, once you click the tower or keep, then you would streamline the testing process and make the sandbox mode even more enjoyable and effective for use. Thanks again for your hard work done on this feature. This one tweak would make a huge difference. We appreciate your approval of us. I'm sure they do. We will consider adding the jump button to the heroes window and make this page make it more convenient for players to test gear. Related features are expected to be implemented during the September update. Okay, so September update, we should see some changes to the sandbox and how it works. We'll keep an eye on that. That's not too far away, to be honest. It's only a few months away, so who knows, might get something sooner rather than later. Question 10, please make banners more fair. Simple solution: first legendary summoned in the banner would be random or a banner hero. Second legendary summoned, the player can pick from one of the banner legendaries. 20 times is not cutting it with the new release of new legendaries. If you're losing a lot of players because of the unfair rates, thank you for your feedback. We have already implemented the pity mechanism, and after the latest version update, this is guaranteed. Players obtain one of the rate up heroes. We do not consider adding a feature to choose from 2 rated up heroes right now. Yeah, the issue is going to be if you have a banner where you have a good and a bad hero, which they normally do. So it will be interesting to see how the future pans out as people get stuck with the not great banner hero. Increase the amount of Apex Overlord places to at least 400, if not more. It's so difficult as the scores keep increasing overnight. Thanks for your suggestion, we consider increasing places for the Overlord Apex Overlord rank in the future. Just a way to get Lady A, and people can't, and people are getting frustrated with something you've made. Here we go. Commander A, please make the next 1 to 2 exclusive banner rerun heroes for the anniversary selector. Commander B, Kagari banner for this anniversary. Commander C, will there be a limited banner for Gwendolyn? And then the result is, taking feedback, we'll introduce a free choice exclusive banner. Again, the same answer. And there you go, there's the banner that they're bringing up. Okay, so we will you'll be able to pick your hero of which one you want. Could be interesting, see who people pick. Question 13, when will there be Demonic Crusade continued, and the same with Abyssal Rift and Tide be extended? We appreciate the support for the classic game modes. Oh wow, is it a classic game mode? We have plans to extend all 3 types of play modes, so we will see Demonic Crusade, because it's been coming soon since they released it. We'll see the same with Abyss, and the same for Tide as well. Never really sort of got the point of Tide, to be honest. Gradually introducing to players in the next 3 to 4 months. That's not far away. Now, I really like Demonic Crusade. I thought it's absolutely fantastic, and there was a lot of suggestions about being able to build your own maps and put in your own obstacles and that sort of thing, and that was the way I was sort of hoping it was going with regards to Guild Wars, but it hasn't. It's gone into what we've got now, which just don't like, to be honest. But it'd be great to see some form of Demonic Crusade come back, because I absolutely loved that, whilst I am not a lover of Guild Wars. There we go. We will have to wait and see what they come out with, but hopefully it is coming in the next few months. Expand the best records to show the best records for each level of Drake's Chasms, both Apocalypse and Immortal Codex. Thanks for your suggestion. The records of Drake's Chasm, Titan Ruins are currently being displayed in the best records section. We will consider showcasing more newly added stages for hard difficulties. Related adjustments are expected to take place during October's update. So there we go, some changes to it in October. Roster for the game has really developed well. I am suggesting a draft mode for game. Imagine a Slay the Spire type map with different nodes. The player can draft different heroes and explore nodes and have map with unique multipliers. Okay. These heroes are only for that particular run and can be heroes players don't own, have the chance to play with. Different nodes can empower heroes and awakenings and skill levels as rewards progress. You can also add a faction based challenge runs. You can have win the run with Venema as your lord only in the exterrence. Anyways, I think this would be a great way to add new varied mode and give players the chance to experience heroes they don't have, while raising excitement for official adding heroes in their roster. Thanks for suggesting. We are currently designing a rogue-like mode, and it's expected to be introduced early 2026. The official release date is subject to change. Yeah, that's fine. And the future development progress, please refer to in-game notices. Okay, so a new mode in the new year. That will be interesting, but how soon in the new year we will have to wait and see. How good it is, again, and what people are expecting as opposed to what people get may be very different. Is it possible to add red dots to heroes in the hero list that have artifacts that are not fully skilled? When you click on the artifact button on the specific hero, it is similar to skills or even awakenings when you have a skill crystal and the hero is fully skilled and they have a red dot on the hero list. This would really be helpful. A quick way to see we may need have artifact upgrade. Thanks for your feedback. We're currently making the equip overview feature for the artifacts. This feature allows players to overview the stats of heroes' equipped artifacts and whether they can be promoted. This is expected to be implemented in the version update after the next one. We'd expect to see it in the next one on Forerunner then, whereas the one after the next one on Global, is that right? That would be interesting to see, an equip overview. It is only for artifacts, so let's not get our hopes up too much, but nice to see. For PvE content, could you please slow down the game automatically when entering the stage for the first 5 seconds? Similarly, when we select or drag a unit, that would really help not make the first few seconds annoying. To restart many time to perform perfect start. Thanks for your consideration. This is what I meant about them being very honest about it. So this is actually, I quite like the answer, sort of. Thanks for the suggestion. We will not apply this mechanic universally, so they're not going to do it. But at least they're honest about the fact that they're not going to do it, which I think is a good start. But during the design of future stages, we will considerably lower the necessity of players having to make rapid inputs at the beginning, such as, here we go, there's an example here, you've got 214 coins and you've got 0 seconds to put everyone down, thus increasing the fault tolerance. Using better designs to avoid players having to repeatedly restart. We again appreciate your suggestion. Please let us know if there are any stages that you have bad experience at the beginning. We will consider adjusting these stages based on their actual situation. The end of that answer is a bit weird. It's like you haven't played it. I mean, which parts of the game do you think that need to be slowed down so you can get a quicker start on it? I mean, the areas where you have to place all the heroes in one go would probably be one of the areas you might want to look at to start with, but I mean, if you played the game, maybe you wouldn't have that issue. Question 18, bulk enhancing. Select 10 items, set them all to plus 12, boom, event speed up. Also, bulk sell that trash. Okay, thanks for your suggestion. The bulk enhancement feature for gears has been made and it will be implemented in the next version update. We'll go over that in a minute. The bulk control of gears is being made and will be implemented in the version after the next one. So the bulk enhancement is only on forging. So when you forge, you get this bulk enhancement button, and when you do your background fights over there, you'll see a bulk enhancement button as well. They're the only 2 places they are. So this is not in that sell bit or where you normally go to your gear, where you're saving it all up, where I think you require the bulk enhancement, because that's the place where you're going to go, well actually I'm going to bulk enhance everything up for the Tales of Smith event. So there we go. It is in game, it's just not in a place that personally I think is fantastic, but it does work. Yeah, it's alright. Maybe level everything up to 4 and then it's easier to find later on, I don't know, maybe, but it's good that it works and it's good that it's in there, but for me it's just sort of in the wrong place. Please start rerunning shard summoning heroes. I don't think I've seen one ran a second time. Most of them aren't even in normal / ancient pools, with the exception of Alistair. Is not quite as important as limited heroes, but there are still some really good shard summoning heroes that we don't have zero access and could help a lot of people with progression. Thanks for suggestions. Some of the shard summoning event heroes have been introduced into the summoning pool as permanent heroes after the latest version update. The remaining event heroes are planned to be gradually introduced to the summoning pool according to our schedule. Please stay tuned to the in-game notification center for our latest news. So there you go. They are going to add some of them in. Whether they add these ones in or not, I don't know. They're just bits I had left over more than anything else. Please make arena friendly face-off. Save your offensive auto fight. I shouldn't have a cultist team auto populate my anti-air friendly face-off team. Thanks for your suggestion. We've arranged related improvements for auto updating of offensive records, and they're expected to implement late July. Now we'll see. I mean, it seems to do a lot of auto fight updating, and it never seems to sort of quite hit the mark. So we'll sort of see how that goes. Hello, because different types of arena defenses, some with BP below 500k, others with 500k plus. I think we need an arena attack teams configuration feature like the attack teams that we have in Guild Wars. Some players don't have much time to do manual attack, I don't bother, and then resort to auto battles. Improving his life is a good time saving. For example, currently in the single target arena we have two powerful team types for attack or defense. A mainly compromises of Valderon, Olag Wukong, and B mainly comprises of Ingrid, Kigari Wukong. There are some other variances, but these are enough. The A usually can't reach 500 BP and the B can reach 550k plus BP. Attacking A with B and there's a high chance of failing because of BP discrepancy. That increases monsters' power that result in the DPS drop or land unit's death. Attacking A with B has a high chance of failing because DP discrepancy and decreases the monster's power, which results in delayed killing monsters compared to with defensive skills. Please bring us an attack team's configuration. Wow, that's a lot to go through. Thanks for your suggestion. We have a serious internal discussion about the offensive and defensive situation between different BP ranks. A detailed solution to this issue will be discussed first. Okay, well, you're aware of it. How long the internal discussion and things will take, I don't know. It didn't take long with regards to the summoning, so hopefully if they're talking about it, there'll be a result relatively soon. 22, please can you check Crawling Dark hard stages. I'm only late game with an A3 Valderon and soloing the entire event. Far too easy, very disappointing. Thank you for your feedback. We have noticed the difficulty for the returning event indeed being too low. If there is another returning of this event, we will reasonably increase the difficulty of the hard stages. There you go. If they do it again, they will up the hard stages. Hopefully they'll remember to do them in the anniversary event. There we go. Hello, I have seen no further communication on the Lady Alexandria skin. It was announced that a certain number of players per server would get her free skin. I'm in server 600XX, if that matters. When can I see the skin? When is it coming out? What will it cost for those not getting it for free? When will we be able to find out if we are getting it? Will there be an announcement made? I love Lady A. I've maxed her A5, maxed of course, and her artifact at 22. I'm very excited for this skin. So we need to know that we complete our builds. Tough at the top, eh? Everyone else is worried about how they get her, let alone the skin. Thanks for your feedback. The related news about the skin for Lady Alexandria is expected to be released late July. Please stay tuned for the in-game notification centre or on our official media platforms. There you go. Good luck to you. If you're waiting on that, then you will be able to find out. I think that's the few rather than the many. With the upcoming rated up adjustments, please rerun the Poison Trio banners. Many players want wasted crystals and diamonds. What? Yeah, because I got a lot of Helgas and didn't get any Vaughns. getting none of the trio during their banners, and suddenly the rate up adjustments are being introduced. To be fair to all players, a selfish person would not agree with this because they don't want others to have the poison trio. Thanks for your feedback. The returning events of the poison trio have been scheduled. They won't say when. Please stay tuned for in-game notifications, yada yada, official media platforms. So they have been scheduled, but there's no idea as to when they're going to do them. Okay, so there we are. Arena replay. If you get attacked, can you see what happened, whether you won or lost the round? Thanks for your feedback. We are currently making replay feature for the arena. It should be implemented in the version updates in late July. So there we go. At the moment, nothing there at the moment, but it's a forerunner account, so hopefully when we get to see it, we'll have a little play test of it and see what it's actually like to see what's happening. Okay, so this is 26, last question, but he's done quite a few questions in one go, and they answer quite a few of them. So we're going to swap about as we do each question. I'm a guild leader, and it takes a long time to track all of the guild members, and therefore be very helpful to have more support here. So question 1. It's a pity there are no statistics for GVG for entire season. You can see whether someone has played all attacks in war or not. And you can see how many victories and defeats defense had. After war, everything is gone. That's why we need to keep separate lists manually, so we lose track of our members. So it'd be great to see these statistics historically over a season. So thanks for your detailed suggestions. We have arranged a series of improvements for GVG. 1, we're considering making more data accessible. We will consider making corresponding managing tools for guild leaders in the future. Okay, so no guarantees you're going to get anything there, but they are considering it apparently. 2, I test almost all of my members' defences in the sandbox. When I select a member in the sandbox and test their defence, I don't jump back to the player afterwards, but back to the list of members. Is very annoying because then I have to search for the name of the member in the list again. This is very inconvenient. So this time round we end up with the features of saving the BP plan of the affiliated hero page, jumping, entrance, etc. already have their improvements arranged. This will make it more convenient for players to control. So sounds like it's coming, or at least some version of that's coming. Whether it's what you need as a guild leader or not, I don't know, but I'm sure we'll find out soon. It would be practical if I could go back to base in the GVG area when a player's tower and the attack or test directly. That way I could go through each base and know which defences have already been tested and which haven't. We will improve the BP data sync to the affiliated heroes in the future. Doesn't really sound like an answer. Doesn't sound like you're getting much of an answer here, to be honest. It would be nice if you didn't always have to equip my heroes with the highest BP to test GVG defences. It would also be great if you could upload your BP sets into GVG. Unfortunately, this is currently also prone to errors. When I equip my heroes with the auto link and my demon soldier doesn't always work properly, I often have to link manually or reset the game first, and then the auto link seems to work fine. Yeah, that's never really worked brilliantly, to be honest. We will improve the experience of GVG attack codes. This is annoying because when this first came out on the Forerunner, you knew it didn't work, and you knew it didn't work then. It's still not working now. It's not as if this is news to you. You could have improved it or delayed it or whatever because it didn't work when it came out, and has probably never worked properly since. The improvements above were expected to be gradually implemented in the second half of 2025. The update of the related improvements into the sandbox will be introduced first during September to October. Okay, we welcome you to try out when they are newly introduced. Okay, so maybe September, October. That's not too far away then, is it? So hopefully we'll see some more stuff then. And then last, he's put another couple of questions in. It would be amazing to give a comment in game to the defense of a guild member or to one of his attacks. The attacker codes for GVG are amazing, but we have to copy into our Discord server because we don't have enough in guild storage for every player to keep 5 codes, and that's not enough. It would be grateful for more support as a guild leader to keep my eye on members. Yeah, I think mostly a fair question, but the last two haven't really got an answer. So there are improvements coming to GVG, but it's not until September, October, and that's assuming they don't get delayed. But again, on the Forerunner server, when it drops on there, I'll have a play around with it, and if you want me to test something out for you, just give us a shout in the comments, and I will more than happily do that for you. It's no great shakes. That is me done. That is the dev insights. Good stuff. Probably. I think they're mostly focused on the anniversary at the moment, getting that driven home, and then after that we've got improvements. We've got Demonic Crusades coming. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, we're really looking forward to that. Which bits are you looking forward to? So there are some new stuff coming to the game, and that will be interesting. We've got the Rogue Tower coming, but that's not coming until later on in the year. And then we've got the Christmas event before that as well in September, October. They look like some big updates are coming as well then. So possibly good news. Hopefully we'll get to see a roadmap at some point, and hopefully we'll find out about the updates to the Lords that you haven't mentioned, like Vienna. Okay, right, that's me done for the day. Thank you very much for your time. If you could leave me the old thumbs up, like and subscribe on your way out the door, would help me out massively, and I'll see you all in a video again soon. Cheers for your time. Thank you. Goodbye.